Good morning, YouTubes. Look at this fancy new camera, if you can see that. GoPro Hero 12 with a media mod thingy bob and a Kung Fu Panda microphone. So I've actually spent some money, some proper money. In fact, if I add it up, it's probably half the cost of this motorcycle, which is pretty horrific. But I got some Black Friday sale discount, so all is good. Right then, this is a bit of a test of the GoPro, and obviously my usual waffle on the CB250RS, thing of beauty. I want to see where the camera angle is as well. I have had a play with it because obviously you can preview on your phone screen, so I had a play to see if I've got it set up in the right sort of angle, and hopefully the microphone's working. Find out when I get back, and I'll probably plug the SIM card in and go, ah, for fuck's sake, or well, I was going to say words to that equivalent, but they won't be, there'll be those words because there'll be no audio on it. And I know someone will say the audio will still be recorded on the media mod, but I don't do any of this editing stuff. Plus anyway, you won't be able to hear it, you'll just hear wind noise. You know me, I just take the SIM card, not SIM card, I take the media card out, the old micro SD card, I plug it in my phone and I upload it straight to YouTube, warts and all. So sometimes if I say something that isn't quite right, you know why. And I have previously called nuts bolts and bolts nuts. But, you know, if you look around that corner, there's always a strong smell of cannabis. Very strange. Well, each their own. So yeah, little test video and a bit of waffle. But the first thing to do, very important, is to wish my lovely, beautiful daughter, Izzy, a happy birthday. It's her 17th birthday today. So I spent a bit in the morning sorting out her car insurance because we gave her a car for her birthday. I think when I was 17, I can't remember what I've got. Probably gravel for breakfast and walked 17 miles to school in bare feet. But that was the old days, as I'm often reminded. It was the old days, it was the 80s. Which is where this thing of beauty comes from, which is why I love it so much. So yeah, happy birthday, Iz. I'm sure I've embarrassed you because I know for some bizarre reason some of your friends have subscribed to this channel to see what your mad dad gets up to. Well, not much madness today, no fire, no flames, bit of no hand action, whee, and all that sort of stuff. But other than that, it's just going to be a little test of the camera. So happy birthday. And another quick mention to someone that I follow on YouTube who's actually started following me. He's subscribed to my channel, a lad called Big Pezza, and I found him through 250RS's. I was scrolling through and he had a 250RS and he rode it everywhere, and he did stuff that I do on this, funny enough. He did a bit of green laning and he did a few tricks on it, but he sold it because he got himself another bike. He got a BMW Airhead, which I think was an ex-police bike, looking at the video, and bizarrely he bought that from the same guy in Scotland, Mikey, that I bought this from. What are the chances of that? I mean, Mikey does do a bit of wheeling and dealing, and he does sell a few bikes, but what are the chances of that, eh? So yeah, good old Mikey, keeping the community flooded with little bikes and things of beauty. And I must admit, I do like that Beamer. I'm interested where that goes, especially with regards to the front brake with the god-awful BMW cable set up to a mast. What's all that about, eh? What is all that about? I remember my very first road bike was a little Suzuki X1 in 1984, AKT 667V. It's funny how you remember that. I can't remember what I did yesterday, but I remember that registration number because when I bought it, the guy I bought it off of, Tricky Dicky, he's still a mate of mine, said 667, it's one up on the devil. Imagine that for a 50cc bike, one up on the devil. Yeah, good old wheeler dealer that he is. He still wheels and deals, old Richard. But yeah, that had a cable operated front disc. and the fucking thing never worked. It was shocking. So, but again, I suppose it was old days. But why go cable to hydraulic and then hydraulic to the caliper? Yeah, it just makes no sense, does it? Why not go hydraulic the whole way? But it looks like he's converting it to a master cylinder and getting a new hose made, which is the right way to go, without a shadow of a doubt. So yeah, if you're one of my amazingly 64 subscribers, so 64 people watch this absolute drivel. Well, they probably don't. They probably watch about the first 10 seconds of it and then switch it off, but you never know. But yeah, 64 people. If you're one of my subscribers, subscribe to Big Pezza. You'll find him on YouTube fairly easily. He's into his little bikes, and now obviously a bigger bike with a Beamer. So worth a look. Took me YouTube actually. I'm going to go off a bit of a tangent here. My favourite channel at the moment, by a long way, I've got to say, is a channel called Motorcycle Rewind. An American guy called Eric, who is right on my wavelength. Sometimes he buys, sometimes he gets given loads of old stuff. And when I mean old, I mean pre-80s. And later, and some 80s. He did a GPZ1100 A series. I can't know if it was an A1 or an A2. He's got two of those now, but he bought one that had been, he got given one that had been sat outside with the plugs removed. The motor was completely seized. He got it going with, you know, some concoction down the bores. I mean, the bores must have been horrible, but he got it going. It didn't smoke, it didn't burn oil, unbelievably. And he then proceeded to ride it 3,000 miles. There's videos of him riding it in the absolute pissing rain, and I mean proper pissing rain. And he just loves and loves these little old bikes. He's got a couple of grandkids that he's building a couple of, one of them's got a little Kawasaki monkey bike, and he's building another monkey bike to go with it. Which oddly, the Honda Z50R was the very first motorcycle I ever rode when I was 10 years old. So I've got a real fond memory of those. I might even buy one day. I mean, they're totally impractical. They've got tiny little wheels, tiny little thing. But I quite fancy one of those. Be a bit of a giggle. But Motorcycle Rewind, subscribe. You will not be disappointed. And I say that because I'm guessing if you're watching this video, you're probably, well, say not probably, you're definitely, because Facebook sends you these like algorithm update type things. There we go, I've been this way before. I went down this lane last time. It was really muddy and shitty. Let's do it again then. Yeah, Facebook, they send you an update of people that watch your channel, your demographic. And it'll be no surprise that my demographic is men, 99% men. The other 1% is probably my wife, my daughter and her odd friends that watch this tribe. Yeah, 99% men, aged, I think it's something like between 45 and 60, something like that. Which, to be perfectly honest, comes as no surprise because, that's a bit slippery, because that's the demographic I fall into. And I watch this sort of tribe on everyone else's pages. Everyone riding along talking crap. It's slippery. Where are we going to go? Let's go this way. Let's plot a little route. Oh, this is it's a bit shittier than last time I was down here, but we've had a lot of rain, and obviously all the leaves have fallen. Whee, that's slidey. That's a bit like Green Lane slidey, that. But I did repent today, and I haven't got my jeans on. I have got a textile, it's a bit silly, textile suit. It goes this way. My trusty hideout suit from the lovely ladies at Hideout in Essex. If you want a suit that really is, I've got to be honest, I'd say world leading, made to measure with a Kevlar type liner. So it's not off the peg. You can get them off the peg, they do make them, but this one's made to measure for me, so it fits me, and it fits me properly. Where's this lane go? I've no idea. I might have to put a feet down up here because that's slippery. Here we go. Yeah, this one fits me, as I've had other suits made by them as well. Ooh, dog walker. Let's slow down for her. disturb the dog. Although it's not really a dog, is it? It's more like a little rat. Thank you. Miserable cow. Shouldn't say that really, should I? A bit too late now. Yeah, hideout. I've had suits made by them before. They're not cheap, but you can't put a price on safety. And when I was unfortunately T-boned by a car, I T-boned a car that pulled in at my path. Long story, not going to go into it. I flew down the road at quite a speed, and all the that's bumpy. All the armour stayed where it should, so all the little contact points, knees, elbows, hips, all that sort of stuff, were all protected. Nothing wasn't over a contact point, and even as I tumbled and slid down the road, it all stayed in place. And although I did suffer a back injury, which I still have, unfortunately, and I probably still will have forever, another story, I got up and walked away, and I really shouldn't have done. So hideout, well worth every single penny, in my opinion. And they really are a suit for life, because if you do damage them, you take them back to the lovely ladies up at hideout, and they will repair them for you, and they will put new panels in and do whatever they need to do. Now my suit, the outer shell, did have it was scuffed all over, but it only had one hole in through to the Kevlar lining, which was completely unmarked, so I didn't have a scratch. I was fairly well bruised and battered, as you can imagine. I was pretty immobile. You know, we've all done it when you can't even get out of bed. We've all had that. But yeah, I walked away. Where the hell am I now? No idea. Let's go right, shall we? It is raining today, as you can see. Probably can't see it in the puddle in that ditch, but it is raining. And I would say that the new GoPro 12 has got this fantastic hydrophobic, is it? That sounds about right. Coating on the lens. That I think I've just gone around the bloody circle. I've not just been down this road. I might have done. Yeah, it's got a coating that repels water. But it has just occurred to me that as soon as I got this GoPro to protect it, I put screensavers on, which are like tempered glass, Gorilla Glass, whatever you want to call it, and they're not water repellent. So if you've got big splatters of water over the screen, I'm very sorry. Right, okay, I know where I am now. I'm actually going in the opposite direction to where I've just been. I'm riding the other way. In that case, I'm going to spin it around. Skid. Everyone likes a skid. Bit of off-roading. Not quite. Oh, there's a car coming there. Oh, that's gone off. No, second gear. Sorry, RS. Did quite happy with it, but second gear. Yeah, I came this way just now because I know that byway because it's closed, and come next October, not October, it's closed since October, come next April, I'll be taking this thing of beauty down there, see what it's like. It's probably going to be these ones that's about 200 yards long. I should look it up on the map, on the OS map, and have a look. But sometimes it's better just to go for it. Right. So this won't be a long video today because it really is just to test the camera and talk a bit of shite, which I normally do. And the RS, as you probably will see, is running absolutely beautifully. And I know I have a bit of fairly fair criticism, if I'm honest, for the things that I've done to this bike. I have had a few comments about how could you do that, and they are completely justified. But you know, it's for using, it's for riding. Mechanically, it is spot on. Everything is as it should be. One of the fork seals weeps slightly, but since I used the old Sealmate scraper on it, it's been spot on. It's been really, you know, so whatever it was a bit of shite in there that I've cleaned out with a Sealmate, and it's absolutely perfect. So yeah, I do apologise if watching an RS disappear into a muddy ditch upsets you, but I can't promise it's going to happen again. Hashtag it definitely will happen again. Right, let's go towards Woodchurch this time, because that's where we went, a big circle. Again, this is out over Romney Marsh, because it is the easiest place with little lanes to get to. Cold blow. Oh no, that says no, except for access. No, that's closed then. That's going to be, I wonder if that's the other end of that lane. That would make sense, wouldn't it? It wasn't actually a road name, the other end, or a road sign. But that could well be. That could well be the other end. In which case, you could see it wasn't very bloody long, was it? There are some green lanes over towards Crundale, and I did join a Green Lane, a Kent Green Laning Facebook page, and I might meet up with them one day. However, do I tell them what I'm riding before I arrive, or do I just rock up on this while they're all on their KTM XE whatever 250s and, you know, DRZ 400s and YZF, not YZS, I can't remember what the 4-stroke Yamaha is. But anyway, what do you think? Shall I do a video where I just rock up on this and see what they say, or see what the look on their faces are? Do you think that would be funny, or do you think they would not be very happy? What do you reckon? Well, do you know what? There's only one way to find out. And if they all look and laugh and go, yeah, nice, then that's the sort of people I want to be hanging around with, to be fair. If they all look at it a bit snooty, and where are we? Ashford, that's this way, back towards home. Yeah, if they all sort of look a bit snooty and don't look very happy about me turning up on it, then they're probably not the sort of people that I'm going to hang around with. We all sort of tend to stick with people of a like mind, don't we? So I'm all for people that get out and use stuff and give it a bit of a spanking. It's funny because, I mean, I don't really sort of talk about it because most people think you're a bit of a dick. I probably am, to be fair. But I've got a 911, which I bought one because I've had a cheap one, and I thought I'll keep it for 6 months to scratch the 911 itch, because every sort of petrol head, I mean, I prefer bikes, don't get me wrong, bikes are my thing, but I've never really had a proper fast car. I'll say fast, it's not that fast, but a proper car. So I bought a 911, I had it for 3 years and I loved it, and then I had a bit of money and I thought I was going to treat myself to a newer one, so I bought a newer one, and I love that as well. You know, it's not very practical, it's not cheap to run, and you get some people that probably think you're a complete bellend. You know, if only they knew that this was my favourite thing. When they're looking at me in my Porsche, they're probably thinking, what a wanker. But the truth is, I get more fun. I had 900 quid worth of CB250RS. I wonder if they will change their opinion if they saw that. Not that I really give a fuck, to be fair. But anyway, I went to a Porsche Club GB meet before I bought the other one. I'm going back years now, and no one spoke to me. You know, sort of scruffy urchin rocks up, and they were all right, miserable bunch of gits. So I never went back. However, the club that I'm a member of now is the TIPIC, which is the Independent Porsche Enthusiast Club, and the Kent South East London section branch, whatever you want to call them, are a proper bunch of lads from all different walks of life, all different cars. Everybody's welcome, whether you've got a brand spanking new GT3 RS or you've got a old battered 924. Everybody's welcome. Everybody just loves the fact that, you know, you drive what you drive, which is refreshing. So I know it's sort of a little bit off tangent, but that's why I hang around with people that I choose to hang around with. Shaddocks. Oh yeah, I know where I am now. But I'm not quite sure which way into town this goes, into the village this goes. It's starting to rain. Where are we? I don't actually know. Church. Oh, okay, this doesn't really help. Home Street, Shaddocks. Bethesda and Great Chart. Oh, I think I know. I do know where I am now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know where. Yeah, King's Head. Right. I know where I am. Anyway, this was just a test. I've waffled on far too long, and a lot of it has been quite dull. So I apologise. But this was a test to see what the audio is like. So, if any of you that have watched my previous channels, is that a speed camera van? It is. If any of you have watched my previous channels, if you can chuck a comment to let me know whether the audio is any better or any worse, then that would be appreciated. And until next time, lads and lasses, or should I say lads, you know, we all know that no one else is watching this, or the late boy, that would do me, because I haven't got the remote on. It's the remote from my phone. So yeah, until next time, let me know what you think of the camera, the quality. I've tried to keep it so it does move around. I know you can set it so that the horizon stays vertical, and that's very clever and all that sort of shite, but I do want it to... Anyway, I will catch you all soon. So I hope that everything works better than it used to, and people can watch the channel and actually hear stuff. So take care, keep riding, do what you do, stay safe, and I will see you on the next episode, where there will be something special. It will be a surprise. Speak soon, YouTubes. Ta-da.